Hello everyone. So in this video I will explain about hooks. So React hooks are functions that let you hook into React features like state and lifecycle methods from functional components. So here I define some hooks and the syntax. So first of all I write use state. So use state is adds state to functional component and it is the syntax of const, like we can write in one array in, let's say, is model open and set is model open and then use state false. So that is the use state. So when we use for use state in real life example, so in that man when we use like in manage local component state like form input model toggle and counter, in that place we can use state. And the second is use effect. So use effect is basically handles side effects like data fetching and subscription. So that is the syntax of use effect, like fetch API and then task dot then and then rest dot JSON. So that is the, yeah, so that is the syntax of use effect. So uh, when we use effect, so in that we use effect from fetching data, add event listeners, sync with local storage and perform side effects. So in that cases we can use, and also API calls or session tokens and the theme loading from local storage. So that how we can use effect. And the next is use context. So use context text is access the value from a context, and the syntax is const user equal use context and auth context. So use context where we can use, so use context we can use for share global state theme auth user across components. Let's say we can use in auth provider theme toggling and role based access. There we can use context. And the fourth is use reducer. So basically use reducer is related to alternative to use state for complex state logic. So that is the syntax of use reducer. So use in that const state dispatch and use reducer and initial state. So where we can use state, so use state we can use for, sorry, use reducer we can use for manage complex state like redux but localized. And in that we can use in task manager example add task and delete task, and the complex form validation and then shopping cart logic we can use reducer. And the next is use callback. So what is use callback? So use callback is related to, yeah, so use callback is related to prevent recreation of function or re-rendering and performance boost. We can use in component pass as a props and debounce handlers memorize event callbacks. So that is use callback. So is the use callback syntax is handle click and then use callback and then arrow function, then pass parameter arrow function console.log click. So there we can use callback. And then use memo. Use memo is related to optimize heavy calculations. Heavy calculations are or filtered result. In that we can use memo in sorting filtering data and derived values performance heavy renders. And in that project we can use from, let's suppose I will add to cart in item in website like e-commerce website. When I will add to like items, so in that cart there are some prices. So in that prices, in that prices, yeah, in that prices there are like more calculation. So in that calculation we can use memo. So the next is use ref. So ref is related to like access DOM elements or persist value without causing re-renders. Like we can use in focusing inputs, storing timers and previous state values. So that's all about use ref. So I hope you understood this video. I make it's like a short video from the hooks, because if you want to like recap your hooks, how we can use, what is use effect, what is use reducer, and where we can use, so you can like remind your concepts. So that's why I created a short video from hooks. So if you like this video, so please then share and subscribe. And if you have any doubt, so you can comment down in if you want to like in particular video in like you suppose want to like create a particular video in use context, so I will create it in the next. So please comment down, and it is very like important concept of like hooks, because in so many time in interviewer ask hooks to, like explain use context or use reducer and how you can use and where you use in projects, so like that they ask, that's why I created. So if you like this video, so please share and subscribe. Thank you.